Are easy things making your life hard? Have you ever thought about that? Are all the things that make our life so convenient making it harder? I wonder. I've been thinking about that because I'm on vacation at the beach. Actually, I'm in between houses. And so this is our home right now. And when I got here, I didn't have to worry about going to the grocery store. I just ordered groceries and they showed up at my door. And that's super convenient when you've been traveling and you're tired and you don't want to have to deal with going to the grocery store. But I started thinking about today as I was unloading the dishwasher, do all of these modern conveniences make it harder for us to do hard things? Is the fact that we can get everything so quick, so easy, at the snap of a finger, does that make it harder for us to accomplish bigger goals? I'm going to say yes. I just want to talk about this for just a minute. I want to think about the simple thing like not having to go to the grocery store. Most people now can have their groceries delivered via so many options. And let's talk about what happens when you go to the grocery store. First of all, when you go to the grocery store, you have to be social, or you should be social, or at least civil. In the South, you have to be social. That's all I can speak to. So my kids have to learn to say hello to people and shake their hands and be kind to people that they don't know. And if they're not feeling great, or if we've been in the grocery store longer than we should have had to be, they have to learn to be patient. I have to learn to be patient. When you're standing in a big line and there's all of these people and somebody is counting out 20,000 pennies to pay for their food, I have to learn to be patient and civil and kind and take a deep breath. And I wonder, are all of these conveniences just making it harder for us to have the true qualities that we need to change our life and reach those hard goals that we want? For example, is the fact that you can get any entertainment you want at any time on your phone, on your computer, on your TV. You can take it with you anywhere. Is it making you lose your ability to concentrate? Is it making you lose your ability to wait for things and be satisfied with waiting? So that's connected to patience, I know, but there's also a deeper thing there that says it's okay if I have to wait because I can just relax. Yesterday morning, I went out to the beach to watch the sunrise. At 6:30 I was out there and it was beautiful and people were walking, and I walked to where I could get a clear view of the sunrise, and then I sat down, and my immediate first thought was, "Oh, I need to record this so everybody else can experience it." And then I thought, "Steph, settle your mind. You came out here for you to experience it. Not everybody that watches your channel, not your children, not even your husband, for you to experience it." And even though I did take a quick video while I was walking, and I took a few pictures while I was sitting there, I refused to let myself take that experience away from me. It's so strange that in this world of technology and convenience, we can't be still. I realized that after I sat my phone down, I still had all these thoughts racing in my mind of what a great video would be about that. And another one that I could film, and what I would tell my kids and how I could teach them. And I just had to tell myself to stop. So that's the kind of waiting that I'm talking about, the concentration, the patience, the waiting that makes you be still. Truly, I suppose it is about being still. Have we lost the ability to be still and be with ourselves? I think we have. I think another thing we've lost in this entertainment, quick fix world is besides our ability to concentrate, besides our ability to be kind or civil and be patient and be still, we've stopped using our brains. We've stopped reading. We've stopped processing things. We've stopped doing hard things. We don't go to a dictionary and look things up anymore. We Google it or we put it in our phone. What does this mean? We are losing skills that are very important to us. And I know some people won't believe this. And if you don't, that's okay. But I know that some of you go, yeah, I feel like I'm not as smart as I used to be. I don't have to remember phone numbers anymore because it's all in my phone. You know whose phone numbers I remember? I remember my husband's, mine, my mom's, and my best friend. Because they've all had the same phone number for like the last 16 years. And before I had a smartphone, I actually had to dial it. But other than that, all the people that I know, all the people that I love, my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece, my nephew, my sister-in-law's on John's side, all of those people that I love, I don't have a clue what their phone numbers are. Now, when I was a little girl, I could have told you everybody's phone number in my classroom, aunts, uncles, because I had to memorize it. How much are we dumbing ourselves down? I just wonder. I'm not saying that we shouldn't take advantage of conveniences. We should. We should. If, let me say this, if it's actually creating more time for you. But I feel like that all of our modern conveniences cause us to just be more busy. They cause us to just have more time for more busyness and not more time for quality. If you are using your dishwasher so you have more time to sit down with your family after your meal, that is awesome. But you know what I realized? Dishwashers are my pet peeve because to me, they feel like they make more work than anything. But that time that I wash dishes, even though it's a hassle, I'm thinking and I'm processing things and I'm working things out, things that I need to do and that types of things. And I just wonder, do we take all that time away and then we can't process? We don't ever have to walk anywhere. You can drive up to everything. You can drive through the stores. You can drive through to get food. You don't even have to walk in. I just wonder what we're doing to ourselves. I wonder if taking away all these little things that are inconvenient or hard or take more time just means that we're sacrificing in the big things. For me, I would say yes. I would say yes, it does. I see it in my children. I am really big on not letting kids have a lot of digital time. There's tons of studies that show how that dumbs down our children. And my kids don't get a lot of digital time. And they play very few video games, and even the video games they play are very basic. But even if they have 2 or 3 days in a row where they're getting to play those games, I see them becoming more impatient. I see them becoming less kind because they're interacting with a machine. It doesn't matter how you treat a machine. So what I do is take that away from them and make them interact with each other. Make them read. Let's play a game as a family. So this video wasn't meant to be a bad if you're using all the conveniences or good for you if you're making everything harder for you. It just made me wonder how much did our grandparents, our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents hundreds of years ago, when they decided to do something, when they committed themselves to it, were they more able to do it physically, mentally, and spiritually because their lives were already hard and not very convenient. I think there is no honor's not the word I'm looking for. There's nothing inherently good and right and wonderful about making everything hard for yourself. There's nothing inherently great about going to the grocery store if you have 5 toddlers and it makes your mind be crazy and you want to kill them all by the time you get home. There's nothing, you're just like, you don't want to see them, you don't want to talk to them. There's nothing inherently good about forcing yourself to go to the grocery store. For heaven's sakes, use the delivery services. Use the convenient things to make your life richer, not to take away from your life. So I'm going to give you a few things that I do. It's just for my life. This is what I do to force myself to still use all the capacity I have. For example, I force myself every once in a while. I'm a reader. I love to read, but I force myself to buy books that it's hard for me to read and understand. I bought a book on the a biography of Albert Einstein. And within that, it was written by scientists, so they explained all of his theories. The parts that are talking about his life in general, I read very fast. But the parts that are talking about all of his theories, I read through a page and go, what? And the truth is, I'm probably never going to understand all of it. But I made myself buy that book, and I'm forcing myself to go through it because I don't want to dumb myself down with all of this technology. That's one way that I keep my brain active. I do the same thing for my kids. I let them read books they want, but I also ask them for school to read books that will challenge them. Don't just read books that are easy for you to read. Read some of the older classics, the ones where you have to look up the words because you don't know them, because we don't use them anymore. Expand your mind, expand your vocabulary doing that. That's one of the things I like to do. The other things that I like to do, I like to research things. I've had to research things for my job. Researching things makes you think and put things together. You can do puzzles. This is all brain stuff. You can do puzzles. My oldest son loves the little mind puzzles where it's got 3 or 4 pieces and it's really hard for you to disconnect, then you have to figure out how to get it back together. Those things are great for you. There's a ton of things that you need to do to keep your mind active so you learn to concentrate, so that when you decide to do something really important, you can concentrate on things. And I'm going to suggest that you go to the grocery store and stand in line every once in a while. Talk to the people behind you. Talk to the cashier. Remember to be kind and civil to people. Don't make your life so convenient that you only have to deal with the people that it's easy to deal with, the people right in your life or the people that you love. Because if you don't learn to deal with the people that are hard to deal with, somewhere in life, that's going to come back and hit you hard. Physically, do the dishes every once in a while, right? Do the dishes every once in a while. So I'm stuck on this dish thing, I know, but let me tell you this. You want to know why dishwashers mess with my brain? Because it's never done. When I go to do the dishes, I do the dishes. I put them in the dish drainer. I dry them and I put them away. Dishwasher becomes this continual cycle. I'm going to put them in there, and then I'm going to turn them on. Then I have to come back later when it's done and put them in. No, I want to get a job done, and my brain does that. Mop the floors the hard way every once in a while. Walk somewhere that's a couple blocks from your house instead of driving somewhere. Physically, we need to do hard things exercise-wise, carry heavy things, run every once in a while, just sprint as much as you can, because all of those things, when you have to mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually do things that are hard, it develops a place in your body, in your brain, in your spirit, in your emotions that can handle those hard things. And if you don't do hard things every once in a while, at least, incorporate them into your life on purpose, make things harder for yourself that you choose so that you build up those skills. Because then when the hard things come that you can't control, it'll make it a whole lot easier for you. I guarantee, I'm going to brag on my kids. They are kids 100%. They can fight, they can argue, they can talk back, they can be disrespectful, just like anybody else. But that is a rare occasion for my kids because they have learned they have to be patient and they have to be kind. We've all sat in places with children that were never taught to be kind or patient. They were never taught when you don't feel good, you don't get to treat other people bad. So I feel like I'm all over the board right now, and I'm not trying to be, I'm just trying to express what's in my heart that hit me so hard as I'm down here in this leisure time for my family. But I just want you to take a minute and think about those things. Think about, are you doing everything the easy way in your life? Are you using all your skills? Are you forcing yourself to learn new things? Because if you're not, I'm going to say what I said at the first of this video. Easy things make your life harder in the long run. If everything is easy, it's going to make your life harder. Thank you for listening. I'm so glad that you are on this journey with me. There's a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I have a lot of stuff in my head that I am processing through that I will share with you guys as we go along. And it may be that I can't do my videos as often just because of the place where my family is right now. But I want you to know how much I appreciate you taking time to listen, how much I appreciate your feedback, how much I appreciate you giving me your most valuable resource, which is your time. I love you all. I believe in you, and I know that there is a great plan for your life. Keep walking forward. Keep doing the hard things. Keep digging deep into those emotions. Find out what is driving you and become the person you have always wanted to be. If you got anything out of this video, please like and subscribe and click the notification bell. But this would be the most important thing to me because I want to know what you think. Please put a comment below what you think the easy things are that are making your life harder in the long run. Until next time, be blessed.